There's no better place to enjoy the once-in-a-lifetime solar eclipse than at the center of it all, Fairfield, Illinois. Join us for a fun-filled weekend leading up to the eclipse on April 8th, and it starts Friday, April 5th at 6 p.m. with live music at the Wayne County Fairgrounds featuring country sensation Little Texas. Opening act will be Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils. Ticket information available at SolarEclipseFairfield2024.com.
Good morning, it's 8:30 and it's time for It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield. I'm Mark Turner, that's Claire Vaughn. Landon Willett has joined us this morning from across the way.
Across the way, Fusion Coffee.
Yeah. Had a real long drive over here.
I know. We're glad you could make it, and the weather wasn't too bad or anything,
that's for sure.
There we go. I'm trying
Beautiful out today.
It is. It's a beautiful day in Fairfield, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure is.
Everyone
Man.
okay on their headsets? Can you hear yourselves
turn
okay?
mine down.
I can
just
hear you
a
guys
little
good.
bit.
Down?
There we go.
All
Perfect.
right. I was trying to adjust mine, and I was adjusting Mark's. I like it loud. So Landon's from Fusion Coffee, and he is awesome. He knows my drink. He brings
Gotta
it
deliver
over with all the specifications.
So what do you have there? A macho chai?
Macho, yeah. Macho
Okay.
Man, Randy
Macho Man.
Savage.
Macho
It's a good name.
chai.
Hey, there you go.
Good name for it. Hey,
No longer the Claire special.
Yes,
There's
I
a song
need-
there, right?
What?
Macho
Macho
chai.
I'll believe it.
I'm just going to order a Macho Man Randy Savage every time
and
I
I
come
got a
in.
strawberry chai.
Hey,
Thank
funny
you,
enough,
Landon.
Derek Dunn calls his drink whatever he wants.
Oh,
so
I'm sure he does.
He has his own name, and I'm the only one who knows it, so it's a real struggle if I'm not there for him.
They're like, what are you talking about, Double D?
I want the double D.
So I had not tried matcha ever.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew Gifford was over one day, and we had a nice long meeting, and I gave him a hard time because he came from Fusion. He
Yeah.
came over
And he didn't
empty-handed,
bring
which was
anything.
completely
come on.
rude, right? And so he texted me once he got back over there. He's like, what's your order? Like, let me know what you girls want. And Elena, my intern, asked for a matcha with oat milk, with a little bit of chai, and a splash of honey.
Right.
Right? And I was like, Ashley's like, ooh, that sounds good. I'll get that too. And I didn't want to be difficult and be like, make me a Cuban, you know? And so I was like, make it 3. Let's try it. And I've been hooked ever since. They are delicious. But yeah, Mark has the strawberry chai. And I mean, strawberry latte, strawberry chai, anything
all
with that
so
strawberry.
popular.
Oh my gosh. It's actually, I have that on my notes to talk about.
The strawberry matcha is insanely good if you've never tried that.
I will have to try it.
I'll have to try one of those too. That sounds good.
I actually have had the strawberry chai. I went to order the strawberry matcha, and I got, I don't know, nervous. You weren't there, and one of the other girls, they're all so sweet, but I was like, strawberry chai. And I was like, this is actually really good, but I need to try the strawberry matcha still.
I'm
So
going to turn myself down just a little bit more.
You're too loud?
I don't like to hear myself.
Try to tune yourself
See,
out.
I like to hear.
I want to hear other people, but I don't want to hear myself.
Well, that's your
That's fair.
that's your ear volume.
I know.
So if you want
Yeah.
me to turn you down, I can turn you down.
No.
Okay. So tell us about yourself, Landon.
Oh, man. Deep question.
I know. You're from
A little bit about myself. Yeah, I'm from Wayne City.
Wayne City.
Lived there pretty much my whole life. I lived in Fairfield until I was about 2, so pretty much the bulk of my life spent over in Wayne City.
Okay.
A little bit about that. Kind of started drinking coffee when I was about 2. My mom doesn't like to admit it, but my grandma watched me when I was a baby, and grandmas struggle at telling anyone no. So whenever it was 9 o'clock at night, we were playing Scrabble. She would fix herself a pot of Folgers. I would take a couple sips. By the time I was 2.5 or 3, I had my own mug.
Oh,
And
my God.
I tried to picture what the mug looked like. It was very specific, and I can't remember.
Oh.
But I would have my own mug, fill it with as much 2% milk and sweet and low as I could. And, man, that got me started. And then basically my whole life from there, I've drank some form of coffee. And then late senior year, kind of early college, I started getting more and more into coffee. That's actually when me and Andrew met. I worked out at the Bobcat Den.
Oh,
He would
okay.
come in and get coffee. We would work out together. And we would go play basketball together and all that. And then we both realized, hey, we both really like coffee. Let's travel around to some coffee shops together. That sounds like a fun thing for friends to do.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then, so kind of started researching a bunch when I was out there and just kind of kept researching more and more. And then COVID hit, 2020, crazy times, super fun. And Andrew actually bought this building downtown. It was in terrible shape whenever he first showed me it. He's like, but hey, I got this building, super cheap, next to nothing. He's like, if you don't want to make it a coffee shop, that's fine. And he's like, I don't care. He's like, I'll turn it into something else. That's fine. He said, but the opportunity is there. He said, I think it's got good potential. We kind of looked. We didn't even realize the ceiling was there. We popped out one of the tiles just to see what the ceiling was like up.
It was a drop ceiling.
Yeah, it was like a 7.5-foot drop ceiling. It was hideous. Had green shag carpet. The dude had smoked in it for like 30 years. It smelt atrocious. But we popped one of the ceiling tiles out, and then we saw that underneath. We're like, okay, this has got some potential. We knew the brick was on the other side. We didn't know what shape it was in.
Right.
But we knew it was there. So we're like, that white, well, the ceiling wasn't white. It was like a dark navy blue. But we're like, if we could paint that white and have the the exposed brick, I think it could be a really pretty building. We're like, you know what, let's just go for it. Why not? We got 2020, we got all this free time to go in there and gut the place. So we're like, that's basically what we did. All of COVID, I was over there just gutting the place, ripping it up. So that's kind of, I guess, the backstory a little bit.
It's crazy, like you said, the before and after of
It
that
truly
building.
is insane.
Building. Yeah, it's...
I think there was like 5 or 6 office spaces.
Yeah, it was very
There was such
closed
a
off.
nice, narrow, long hallway that led all the way down.
That was an insurance office at one time, wasn't it?
Yep, it was.
Yeah, and times were different. It hadn't been updated since the 70s.
No,
and
everything was like original. It was rough.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful in there. Like you said, they have the white, like, original ceiling tiles in there, and then it has so much character.
Yeah.
The exposed brick.
Well, that's what I was saying about the brick. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's not in the best shape,
Right.
but like the character it builds, like not being in perfect shape, and not being a brand new.
Yes.
Like it's original brick. It's got all the character. You're kind of curious what all these like pegs in the wall are.
Right.
All the fun stuff.
Yes, we have that here, too. This building burnt at one point, so my brick upstairs has charred look to it.
Okay.
But I didn't want to clean it. I didn't, you know what I mean? It adds character. And then
exactly.
Mark and Tina own Blacks,
Yeah.
and
There are some, as you in the front of the shop on the east side. There are places, and it's under the plaster. I haven't actually seen them in person, but I know they're there. They're little square, like 4x4 pieces of wood that have been put in the brick, and I guess it was made to hang things at one time. I don't really know, but
Interesting. Yeah. It's fun. I mean, there's a
and-
lot of stress that comes with owning old buildings,
that's for sure.
you know,
Yeah.
but
and above our drop
I
ceiling
prefer that.
is all the original tin
The tin tile.
seals. You know those lights they have at the courthouse?
Yeah.
The hanging pendant lights? There's 3 or 4 still hanging in there.
man.
And it looks like you could just flip a switch and the lights would come on.
We have those pendant lights here, which
Yeah.
they're not original to the building, but Save-A-Lot was when they were remodeling their Potts area, which used to be like the old deli area. they were selling those for like 10 or 15 bucks a piece, and I was like,
Oh, heck
score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grabbed them and spray painted them, and I mean, it just fits perfect with the
Yeah,
old
it
school
does.
style.
I'm a
And
sucker for a good deal.
me
Yeah.
too. I know you're a thrift store
Oh,
guy.
thrift.
Yeah, I know.
Garage
Ken saw
sales.
you and your mom at somewhere
Oh,
the other
yeah.
clothesline or
Yep.
somewhere the other day.
Favorite thrift store in the area?
Favorite thrift store, Country Closet.
Yes,
By far.
without a doubt.
Is that the one in
By
Florida?
far, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That-
Color coordinated, organized.
Cheap,
yes,
clean. It's
clean.
great. Huge. You can be in there for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yes.
Wow. It's awesome.
And it's so organized that it's not overwhelming. I'm not a shopper. I get very stressed out when stuff's shoved in and you're having to pull, and it overwhelms me. So
I'm kind of a mix of both.
Yeah,
I like to go
you
in-
can rummage.
Yeah. So when Andrew bought, what's the building down here on the corner? The Elliott building, is that it? Is that the name of it? So when he bought that, the upstairs hadn't been touched in, I don't know, 40, 50 years.
Wow.
And I was like, can I just go up there and dig through all this junk?
I bet you found
I
some
ended
good
up pulling out a
stuff.
bunch of stuff. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that is fun.
Yeah.
My in-laws have a old barn, and that I kind of like to just go in there and look around too. And I love old bed frames.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Oh,
or
yeah.
the headboards or footboards.
For
Like,
sure.
where can I put that in my yard and grow some, honeysuckle on it or whatever?
Right.
Like, I just love the most random. And I was like, stop bringing home trash. You know?
I tried that one time.
Yeah.
It didn't work. I do not have a green thumb.
Oh no.
I can't grow
stuff.
I can't grow weeds. I mean that's how bad it is.
Oh, that's funny. I'm really bad too, and I always say that I'm thankful that I am better at raising children than I am pet or plants, because
Plants are tough.
knock on wood, I've done a lot better at keeping my kids alive. So, speaking of kids,
Yeah, you
Landon's
Got a young one.
getting
Yeah.
married, has a little girl.
Little girl.
Yeah, and how old
She's
is
been-
she now?
She's 3.5 months.
Okay, I was thinking 3
Yep.
months or so.
3 months. 3 months and a week, I guess.
Aww.
Yep, she's sweet.
It's
She
so
smiles
fun.
a lot,
I was
laughs a
gonna
lot.
say they start to kind of
Yep.
come into their personality, and it's crazy how young babies find it, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, they
For
like
sure.
look at you like you're just it. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you
It's the
are
best feeling ever.
Yes, and getting those little smiles out of them. It's
Oh my gosh.
so rewarding. It makes up for the long nights, right?
Oh yeah. Me and my mom are having arguments who's going to take her for the family business. She might be getting split 50-50.
Babies do well in video commercials.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they always.
I've been tempted to strap her on the front of me if we can't find a babysitter for the day, and I can still make
I
drinks.
was gonna
You know what? I still
say.
got my hands open.
You started, drinking coffee at 3, so she can start.
Oh gosh,
you know?
my wife
3
told me I
months.
have to hold off a little bit.
Oh my gosh. My husband, when Felix was little, he was probably
Yeah.
6 months old or something.
Mm-hmm.
We all went to Dairy Queen. We were over at his mom's house, and we'd all went to Dairy Queen and eaten our ice cream. And he's like, I want to give Felix some. I'm like, don't you dare. He's only, I'm, first time mom, so I'm like overprotective.
For sure.
Don't you dare give to him. They're only supposed to have, milk. And he was a breastfed baby, so anyways, my husband, of course, I leave the room and he gives him a bite, and I come back in and like, what is all over his face? It was red and blotchy. He had a milk allergy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so then, like I said, overprotective, first time mom, and I'm like, I gotta take him to urgent care, to the ER, and they're like, here's some Benadryl,
Oh,
How
man.
expensive was that trip?
Yeah.
But, I found out he was okay. I was worried about anaphylactic, okay? Oh my gosh.
I can't say I wouldn't react the same, so I get it.
Yes, exactly. They're your whole world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
It's your first time doing it.
yes, and you're
Google's my best friend right now.
Yeah, which is also your enemy because
Yeah, because you look something up so small and then they freak you out.
Oh yes, you're
Think
like
your baby's got cancer. Or something.
yes,
It's awful.
every time. It is awful. I think my mom and I talk about it because, or I've talked about it before. She was real young when she had us, 20 and 21 when she had me and my sister. And there wasn't the social media. There wasn't all this exposure. She's like, I was so young and naive. I didn't think about SIDS or, all of these bad things that can happen to you. And I started having seizures when I was like 6 months old.
Oh, jeez.
Like stiff. Like she came in to check on me in the middle of the night and was solid, like just hard, Anyways, but she's like, I was just naive and I didn't think about all the bad things that could happen. And it's like, once Felix was born, I just wanted him back in my belly because I knew that I could keep him safe in there. And, the only time I was ever able to give up carbs, like I was so, I was protective of him and I made healthy choices because I knew that was going to make, like I do maybe need him back in there. But yeah, it's scary. We're exposed to so much more and all the bad that can happen. I didn't want to put my kid down for the first year because of SIDS. Like I was so, I was so scared of it. But yeah, parenting is a wonderful thing. It's a lot of fun, but it's very, very scary. Very scary. You're responsible for a whole life.
Yeah, and it's such a different, because when I had my daughter, we had this little, is a husband and wife team that delivered babies. And this guy is he's cracking jokes in the operating, in the maternity room. He's going, hey, okay, just send her out. We'll catch her. Nowadays, everybody was,
That's funny. That is funny.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we talked about how you got into coffee. What is your favorite coffee drink? You started out on Folgers. I know that's not your go-to anymore.
No,
what's your favorite coffee or favorite way to drink coffee?
Okay, so I've got a couple. I am a little boring. I like a good just pour over, nice and simple black cup. As far as like origin though, I like a really good Ethiopian coffee. I know that might not mean a lot to most people.
Yeah.
It's just black coffee, but it is from Ethiopian. It's a little bit more fruity, more than like chocolatey. That or honestly just a straight espresso shot. I like drinking those in the morning.
Really?
I like the taste of them.
and get you going a little bit.
Yeah, well, I don't really get much from caffeine. It's a struggle. I think it's one of those
when
things.
you start at 3 years old, listen,
you've got the addiction.
You're immune to it at this point.
I only get like negative effects, so I know it's an addiction, and I know I probably should cut back, but here we are. We're living.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm boring. Those are probably my two favorites. I like cortados, so it's just like the espresso shot and then just like a little bit of milk just to kind of, that's if I'm really feeling something, but sometimes that even gets a little too milky. But I went through a phase. Yeah, I had started Folgers, then kind of kept going like the cream and sugar route. Eventually, when I was in high school and cared more about like watching your calories and stuff, I would just go like sweet and low, black with sweet and low, just so it still tasted sweet. And then got really big into like an iced mocha phase was like the next step in.
Okay.
Just because they're not like super sweet, you have like that dark chocolate almost, but like a little bit sweet and milky and tastes like an adult hot chocolate but cold, I guess.
Right.
That was my next phase, and then slowly kind of worked down to cortados, and here I am now.
Here you are.
Here I am.
I do love a good just black coffee.
Right, for sure.
But when I started when I was living out in Colorado, like right after college, and I was working at a daycare.
I didn't even know you lived out in Colorado.
So when I graduated college, 2008, the economy had crashed, right? So it was December of 2008. It was a horrible time to graduate with a marketing degree. So I took an internship out in Colorado at a ski resort, Keystone Resort.
Okay.
Made $7.25 an hour, but I lived on the mountain. And when I took this internship, you have no idea what you're going to do for this resort when you get there. Okay. You kind of tell them what your background is, what you're interested in. I got placed in a daycare, which was interesting.
Yeah.
So the parents would go ski all day. They'd drop their kids off. We had to be there by 7 a.m. They'd drop their kids off. They'd go ski all day, and they'd come pick them up at the end of the day. And loved it. I actually still am in contact with one of the girls I watched who was in the infant room at the time. And now she's a high schooler, and she's a skier, like pro ski. Not pro, but she's on the ski teams out there and stuff. But anyways.
Super cool.
I may have stayed up late, just fresh out of college.
Yeah,
I might have stayed up late and partook in some of the fun activities out there. And then I had to be at the daycare by 7 a.m. And I would walk in and I'd smell the coffee brewing. I'm like, what is that? Like, give me some. Is that going to help? Is that going to help? And I started out with black coffee with sweet and low. That was, my go-to. Oh, yeah. And then I eventually got to where I just drink it black, and now here I am. I mean, I like I like milk or cream
Like it
or
all.
I mean, yeah, I'm not picky, and I really like. I get coffeeed out sometimes, so
No,
I
for
like
sure.
having kind of other options too. But and I brag on you guys all the time because I remember the first time walking in there and I had no idea what to order because your menu's
Right.
a little overwhelming for people
Right,
that
for
don't
sure.
know what
No,
coffee is. So I'm like, all right, you're gonna have to give me some explanation so I'm not sitting here Googling, what's a
No,
cortado, and you're always so helpful and like, well, what do you like? Tell me
Right.
what you like. What flavors do you like? What do you like it hot? Do you like it cold? Oh, I think you'll really enjoy this, and he'll just mix it up, make it for you, and the stress of trying to figure out what I want to order is not there. So I appreciate that a lot.
No, that's definitely where I try to start the conversation with people. Like,
Yes.
obviously, I want to say, hey, how's your day going?
Right.
So you kind of gauge where they're at there, and like if they just know exactly what they want to get in and get out, I'll cater to that. But
Right.
if I can tell they're like a little overwhelmed, like sometimes we have like sweet little old ladies come in and they're like, I just want like a cup of coffee with some cream. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, we can do that.
Got you.
Like,
Yeah.
The word drip probably like overwhelms them. So I'm like, if you
Right.
just want coffee with cream, I can hook you up there. But
Yep.
then, like, if someone wants to be a little more adventurous, but they don't know, I guess, how.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so, like, say if you're at your normal coffee shop you go to, what do you order? Mm-hmm. What kind of things do you like? What don't you like? Are you allergic to anything?
Right.
If you just want me to throw something together, I can do that, too,
Yeah.
and just kind of
Yeah.
surprise you a little bit.
And I think that's how I got started on the Cubans.
It's definitely the drink we push the most.
Yeah, it's so good.
I should have
and-
kept, like, I don't know if you've seen, like, those, like, Facebook and Instagram, like, counters. Like,
Oh,
every time you
yeah.
get a new follow,
How many Cubans?
I definitely should have done that when we opened because it's insane how many we'll sell in a day. It's
I bet.
it's crazy.
It's I know a couple of years, I don't know, last year maybe, I came in, you gave me a root beer or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, was it good?
Yeah, it was on the last summer menu. I was like, I don't know. I try to take things that like remind me of like the season. So I was
Yeah.
like, what kind of things remind me of summer? I was like, well, a root beer float, right?
Right.
Like classic. So I was like, I bet I could probably like reduce down some kind of like root beer syrup and make that into a drink. So we use like a little bit of like the Cuban syrup to like get that like creamy like ice cream aspect without having ice cream, and then our reduced root beer syrup, and then like did it in like one of our shakers, and
Oh,
it was super cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
the shakers. If you
The
guys
shakers
have
are
not
insane.
tried a shaker, go in, drink it there. It's so much better
10 times
there. When you drink it, like you said, Landon brought in his own coffee mug. He's like, don't judge me. I like to drink from a real mug. I'm not judging at all, but and some drinks are just so much better.
really are.
And the shaker is one of them, and it is just this cold, frothy. Oh
they're
my
so good.
gosh! Everyone I've had has been so good. Spring menu.
Yep.
I saved it. I don't know if you haven't memorized or not, but
Probably
I thought
got most of it. I think.
okay. I thought we could talk about
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
And that will go. Do you have any idea for how long?
I would say probably middle May, end May.
Okay.
We'll start.
Maybe
I've already
Memorial
started-
Day weekend. You might,
Yeah, for
release
sure.
the.
I've already started thinking
summer.
of summer and fall menu. I start thinking
Yeah.
of them like 2 or 3 months out, just because I
Well, it takes
sample
prep.
so many different drinks.
Yeah.
There's so many bad ones that just don't make the cut.
We're thankful for that you
Yeah, for
sample.
sure.
That we appreciate you. So we've got spring menu drinks, blueberry tea.
That one's my favorite.
Is
And
it?
it doesn't even have coffee. It's
Oh,
so good.
wow.
Also a drink that's better for there. I'll say it as that.
Okay. Blueberry.
Rooibos tea. So
Rooibos?
it's just like a herbal like decaf tea.
Okay.
So it's super
Oh,
good. Yeah,
okay.
super good.
Decaf.
And so it doesn't actually have like a blueberry syrup. The blueberries are like infused into the tea leaves themselves. Super awesome. Super
and
awesome.
local honey, which I do love that you guys buy a lot of your stuff locally. The strawberry milk, you drive and pick
Oh,
that
geez,
up.
It's so far, but it's. I've begged the owner. I'm like, please deliver
Please.
this way.
Yeah.
He's like, trust me. I wish we could.
Right.
He said, but all of our deliveries go to St. Louis because I think there's like 20 coffee shops in St. Louis that use their
Wow.
milk. So
and
he's
for
like,
good reason.
it's
so
insane.
I haven't had strawberry milk since I was a kid, and it's like now that I've been
Right.
drinking fusion drinks and
So good.
anything with the strawberry milk, seriously. But it has pineapple juice in it also, and sparkling water. So I'm gonna have to try one. It sounds
Super
good.
good.
Next,
A lot of flavor in it.
yeah, it sounds like it. Next up is blue matcha, ground butterfly pea tea.
So a little bit
It's a
different.
lot.
It's not, I guess, quote unquote matcha. So matcha is like the ground up
Right.
green tea. The butterfly pea tea, it's honestly a lot more like neutral flavor. It's got still like the subtle earthiness, a lot less than regular matcha.
Okay.
But it's more like citrusy type taste for
Ooh.
that. But then we do like the house-made lavender syrup in that, which is great. And I usually get it with oat milk. And
Okay.
if I had to explain it, it's probably tastes kind of like how you would imagine like Fruit Loops to taste, like in like a drink.
Really?
Just because of like the slight citrusy, but then
Yeah.
like the little bit of like floral.
Yeah,
vanilla
and your
almost
milk
taste.
with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yum. Next is strawberry, which is local strawberry milk, your choice of espresso, matcha, or chai.
Now
Mix
see,
it with anything.
Truly the
That
3 most
sounds
popular
good.
drinks. It's
Yeah.
insane.
The strawberry milk espresso, that sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah.
We have a little kid. He comes in. He's 2. He'll get like a hot chocolate with strawberry milk, and it's so
Oh, I bet. Wow.
good. Super
That's
good.
awesome. That sounds good. Honey lavender shaken cortado. That sounds good. House-made lavender syrup, local honey, 2 ounces of espresso, and 2 ounces of oat milk.
So it's one that's a little bit stronger.
Okay.
It's almost the same ratio, kind of as like a shaker. So
Yes.
it still gets served in like that little glass if you're there. But yeah, it's a little bit stronger. But I feel like all the flavors just kind of pair nicely together and gives you the strength, but still like not a lot. We can
Right.
still make it as a latte. We do it all the time for people who
Yeah.
just kind of want like a lavender latte. We
Right.
still do that and cater to them, but.
And this says oat milk, but you can switch it probably
can
with
switch it.
whatever.
I just
You
feel
prefer.
the oat milk's the best. Yeah.
Banana Foster's on my list that I want to
That's our
try
most
as well.
popular this
Really?
season. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be as popular as it was.
It's so unique, though.
Like
you
we
know?
still sell so many of the strawberry drinks.
Yeah,
Don't get me
right.
wrong, but the banana
for
Foster,
this season
Right.
specifically. So house-made banana Foster syrup, which Landon makes all the syrups in-house. He is seriously amazing. And cooks all the delicious food, which we're going to get to next. And we need to talk about Solar Eclipse Weekend because I'm
Oh,
super
man, it's gonna
excited
be
about that
intense.
too.
It's gonna be intense.
Banana Foster, house-made banana Foster syrup, espresso, and your choice of milk. So sounds freaking delicious. And then hot honey, chili infused
It's
honey.
So insane. It's an insane drink.
I'm gonna have to try it.
It
Too.
definitely, I feel it's better iced. I think something
Okay.
about the contrast between like being cold and
Yes.
it's not like spicy, but you get like the little bit of
Like
a burn in the back of your throat,
Yeah.
which is weird whenever you have a cold drink. It just kind of it's warming and chilling at the same time.
Yeah,
It's,
wakes
it's
up
odd,
your
yeah.
senses. All right. And yeah, it's espresso, your choice of milk. It sounds good. I'm gonna have to try it.
For sure.
And the spring menu food is called a yogurt bowl, which is Greek yogurt, right?
Correct.
And then house-made granola, strawberries, blueberries, and a local honey drizzle.
It's nice and simple.
Yum.
I couldn't tell you how many handfuls of the granola I eat in a day, but I'm just back there constantly snacking on it. It's my midday snack.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
awesome.
Yeah, it sounds good. Other food options that they have. So, do you want to talk about where you get your pastries? So they have daily pastries available, and it's kind of you never know what you're gonna get, right?
We have a lot of different stuff every day. We have a baker over in Wayne City. I'll give her a shout out too because she has a not an actual storefront bakery, but she does a lot of like personal things, and she has a catering. She can cater basically whatever. She's great. It's BB Eats. Her name's Lee Dickey, and I know she has a partner. I don't know her partner's name off the top of my head. I deal with Lee personally. But yeah, no, she does anything, any kind of like just normal pastry. She can do like cookies and loaves and scones and all that good stuff. But then she can also do like a lot of like French style pastries, which are hard to find. She does like really great croissants. She does like some ham and cheese croissants, some
Yum.
like garlic and herb croissants, which I'm hoping we can get a bunch of those stocked up for the Eclipse weekend. Is our big plan, and we're gonna do it. I was chatting with her a couple weeks ago. I'm like, listen, you got a creative mind like me. I was like, let's figure out some kind of like fun pastries to do for the Eclipse weekend.
Well, and the croissants, it's perfect for like the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
She
And
does a lot
get
of
some,
things
like
with like
chicken salad on there,
Oh,
or
my
like have
gosh.
some brunch. Sorry, playing footsie with you.
No, you're good. No, truly, on Saturdays, sometimes I'll walk over to John's Butcher Block and get some chicken salad and I'll throw it on there myself. I'm like, there's my lunch for the day.
Yes, John's. Shout out to John's.
gosh.
Amazing sandwiches, amazing chicken salad.
It's awesome having it like right in the back door. Sometimes
Yes.
I'll just sneak out back. I'm like, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Someone don't come in, please.
Right. I'm just in the back making some food. I'll be right back. That's hilarious. Also, though, besides pastries, Pop-Tarts. I wanted to mention those. She
does today. I should have brought one over.
She does these Pop-Tarts and different flavors. I've had the brown sugar cinnamon. I've had the blueberry. But they're like adult Pop-Tarts. They're not super sweet like a regular Pop-Tart.
And they're like so
thicker.
Flaky. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those Pop-Tarts are amazing.
They are so good.
And so are the scones. I've had scones over there.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Yeah, no, she's great.
I'm like, you guys probably think I'm, just fangirling right now, but it's because I am.
No, for sure.
I really am. I'm not lying when I say everything I've had has been delicious.
Yeah.
But speaking of my personal favorite, the avocado toast.
Oh, it's so good.
I
love avocado toast so much.
So good. My husband was a hater because he's like, it's how much for a piece of avocado toast,
for sure.
And I came in that day, the Saturday morning, and I got one for me and I got one for him. And I brought it home. He's like, holy crap, that's huge. Like he was so surprised by it. It's sourdough bread. It's a big, big piece. It's thick bread. And then, a whole egg, like, what is it, soft boiled?
Yeah, they did call it soft boiled. So it's still got like a little bit of runny texture, but not overly.
Oh, it's so delicious. And then avocado schmear.
Yeah,
I don't know.
bunch of seasonings in there.
Yes. And you have different types too, right? I
Yep.
always get the regular.
Yep,
but
so we have 2 on our menu right now. We usually do a seasonal one, but we opted for a yogurt bowl just to kind of switch things up a little bit this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now we have that one, so I think we just call it the original. We don't really have a name for it.
Avocado toast.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have the Mediterranean, which is the sourdough, the avocado, some like halved cherry tomatoes, some crumbled feta, and then like a balsamic drizzle. It's super good too.
Yum. What was that one that you were like, I'm surprised that people have liked it so
The
much.
goat
but
cheese
Goat
one?
cheese.
That one's my favorite of all time. Yeah, it was like a smear of goat cheese, the avocados, pistachios, and then honey.
I was going to say, it was all over the place
it
with
was
your
all
flavor
over the
profile.
place, but it just all worked together
It
so
worked. It was delicious. But like I said, everything's pretty good over there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so next up, solar eclipse weekend. You guys are having a huge weekend next weekend over there.
Crazy
Are
weekend.
you ready?
I think as ready as I can. We're getting our coffee delivery in today.
Good.
So
good.
perfect timing. I
Yes.
usually like to let our coffee rest like a week before I put it
Oh,
on bar,
okay.
so it works out great that it came in today.
Good.
But yeah, I don't know where I'm storing it all because we got a lot coming. It's going to be insane.
Better to be over-prepared than under-prepared.
Exactly. We'll find a use for it somewhere.
Yes. So next weekend, Friday, how late are you guys open on Fridays?
We'll be open until 6.
Okay. And then Saturday, you're staying open late.
Till 7.
Till 7. So
Unless if people stay longer,
Right, you're not
we're not gonna
kicking
kick
them
them
out.
Stay
Yeah.
and hang out. I don't care.
yeah, Connor Atterbury, which is a Fairfield local.
He was in there practicing yesterday.
Was he? Cool.
Super cool kid.
The
Yes.
acoustics in that building over there
Are good.
Oh, man.
really good.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll be performing live from 5 to 7 next Saturday, April 6th at Fusion. So go and check him out and support the local kid. I mean, he's so talented.
He
Oh, yeah.
truly is.
He is.
Yeah.
He writes his own music, and he just is great. He was on, last year he was an FCHS senior, and just Mark and I covered a lot of the.
They had the band.
Yeah.
Was it like 40 Shades of something or other?
No, I want to say it was like
What was the name of that band? I cannot remember.
A, B, C, D, or what?
I don't know. It was really good though.
like they were like,
They were really good.
they were really good.
I guess I'm blanking out. I guess I don't know.
I know, I can't remember, but yeah, it was part of the music department, and
Yeah.
they would have their band come out and do their music, and Connor performed some of his own
He's so good.
originals then too.
That was the
so.
first time I heard him. We had a open mic night for the high school. They had put it on,
Yeah.
and he came and performed. And I'm like, I went up and talked to him. Like, dude, you're good. You want to come and play here sometime?
Good.
You did awesome.
That's the thing.
And I know he plays like once every couple months.
Yeah, that's nice. You never.
He's
know.
always texting me. He's like, hey man, can I get another gig? He's like, I love performing live. I'm like, dude, do
Aw.
it. Come on out.
I know he's so excited
Oh yeah.
for next weekend. I know that. And then also, you guys are going to be open on Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Super exciting. I had a event up here last night, and the girls were like, Fusion's going to be open on Sunday. Like, they were so excited about it. And Javaloo's, I guess, having a brunch
Yes.
on
Yeah.
Monday, I think. They're super excited about
yeah.
that. So regardless of people are getting tired of us talking about the eclipse and the eclipse weekend, it's coming. And there are positives coming from it. I personally think a lot of positives, but
I agree.
you know, if you're annoyed, just remember Fusion will be open on Sunday, and
That's right.
We'll
and
fix you up a
Jabaloo-
coffee and
yes,
make you happy.
And
You have a good cup
Jabaloo.
of coffee or a strawberry chai.
Yes.
How can you be mad after that?
Exactly.
For real. And our local economy is going to be boosted.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
think
it's
of
gonna
the
be great.
positives. Limited time eclipse themed drinks and pastries. Are we going to, can we like give a little
We
teaser?
can chat about it a little bit.
Okay.
I was over there working on the syrup today.
Okay.
So it's gonna sound weird, I promise. Just
It's gonna
just
be
live
good.
with it. So it's gonna be like a simple syrup we make. It's gonna have a little bit of coconut and a little bit of chocolate, but then it's also gonna have activated charcoal in it, which sounds you don't really taste the activated charcoal, but it's gonna turn the drink black.
So, it's
So
gonna
if you get it hot,
and it's going to be healthy for you, don't they say?
yeah, activated charcoal is
pretty
supposed to be
healthy?
really good for you.
It
And
makes your teeth white.
yeah, so it'll cancel out the coffee.
Okay.
You know, like how
Browning.
yeah, exactly. It'll cancel it out. But no, whenever you like pour the latte out in the drink, it'll pop up white on the black like surface instead of like your typical brown
Oh,
surface
cool.
like that. So yeah, it'll be
Very
super cool.
cool.
And then if you get it iced, it'll just be black, which will be kind of cool for the eclipse. Now, as far as the pastries go, she's given me like a list, and she's like, I'll narrow it down more. But she's like, these are some ideas. She does some stuff with like some like black charcoal, not black charcoal. No, I'm already talking black cocoa. So it just tastes like chocolate, but it's black instead of like your typical chocolate.
Yes.
So it'll make like a darker pastry, which is really cool. She's gonna make some homemade moon pies, so cool stuff like
Love
that.
it.
You
I
can't
think-
go wrong with moon pies.
Oh, exactly, and especially a homemade one. It's got to be
Oh,
like
yeah.
going like from a Pop-Tart to like a homemade Pop-Tart.
We may
Yeah.
need to like grab one and do a
I-
taste
I
test
think we
between,
should.
you know what
No,
I mean?
for sure.
That'd be fun.
I think we should.
Do one on air.
Okay, next Friday.
Next Friday.
Next
Friday, there you
I
go.
don't know when you'll have them, but let us know.
I have no idea either. We're still planning everything out.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to try it, and I
And then-
always love the random,
For sure.
you know?
And then definitely going to make sure we're keeping our grab-and-go fridge stocked
Yes.
up. Just because I know everyone's going to be... I mean, there'll be some people that are just kind of taking it lax and
Right.
coming in, hanging out the whole day. But then there's
Right.
going to be so many people just wanting to get in, go.
Get in, get
grab
out.
your coffee, get out of here.
So fridge will be stocked with overnight oats, grab and go brew lattes, and pressed juices, which
Brought a
we got a
couple.
couple of those if you
Super
want to.
cool. We have like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 different
Yeah.
flavors. All super good. Most of them super healthy. Some of them, like, don't get me wrong, they have like maybe 5 ingredients. Some have 1 ingredient, which is super cool.
Wow, yeah.
All super like high quality ingredients. All taste really great. We have some green juices. We have an avocado green juice. Sounds weird. Tastes great.
Yeah. Well, that's something I want to talk about because I really do appreciate the like just almost like farm to table or
For sure.
just healthier options. And I think that's something we've really been lacking in our area. We literally live on farms, but we
Right.
don't have any healthy options. Like I remember my friends from SIU Carbondale, they live in Chicago, but they'd come down for weekends or whatever, and we'd go eat places and they'd try to order fruit, you know, and it'd come out like
Definitely
the
like out of a
canned
can,
cocktail.
yeah.
And they're like, they'd spell it FROOT. Like they're like,
Yeah.
oh, can I, you know, when they're giving me heck on text, like, oh, can I get some more of that fruit from Fairfield, you know? So I do appreciate that, and I think a lot of people do. And just being able to go in and grab, you know, an acai bowl. We didn't even
Oh
talk
my
about
gosh,
those.
Those are probably our most popular
Yeah.
food. I think just because there's nowhere. I
No.
don't even know the closest place. Maybe Evansville to get one.
Listen, a lot of us don't even really know how to pronounce the word. I just
Don't feel
learned,
that.
right?
My mom pronounces it Asiago. I'm like, Mom, that's definitely cheese. I'm like, come on, Mom.
I always thought it was a kai.
Hey, that's the most common pronunciation. So if you can even just say bowl and
Just
like get
give me
the
a-
first word,
Yeah.
we
listen.
get called fruit bowls a lot. There's another sweet old lady. She tried one the other day. She's like, man, that thing's good. She's like, I'm just gonna call it a fruit bowl,
Yeah,
so I
so
don't
I don't
embarrass
have to.
myself. I'm like, you do you. I know what you mean. That's all that matters.
Exactly. But yeah, those are.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. I usually eat one every day for lunch.
Do
That's,
you?
that's my go-to
They're
lunch. right now.
filling.
They're filling. They don't make you
Yes.
feel like gross, especially whenever I'm
Right.
over there working hard, prepping. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want to feel like overstuffed and tired.
No.
Well,
They're.
after lunch for me every day, I need a nap.
Exactly.
Right. And this gives you the energy that you need without weighing you down and making you
Exactly.
sleepy. I do have some things on the live chat that I wanted to come back and say. My sister-in-law, Samantha Vaughn, loves mushroom matcha. She says,
Mushroom matcha.
mushroom matcha is my thing. So might be something we
intrigued
need
to hear about this.
I know. And people love mushrooms around here, like
Oh,
mushroom
yeah.
hunting and stuff like that. We may need to
Right.
look into a mushroom matcha for the area. Tina Turner said there is a fill-in Nana at Black's for that baby anytime you need one.
Oh, man. She'll have to fight my mom and then my mother-in-law. Oh, man.
Yep.
They're both just always wanting her.
She is a good little fill-in Nana, though. My
I'm
boys
sure.
love Tina and Mark, but
See, I got the. Oh, by the way,
and Mark. Yeah. Hey, Mark gives them balloons when they come in, so
Hey, that's sweet. Yeah.
honestly, they probably
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know.
They'll remember that.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And then Samantha also said, hot honey chili. Yes, please. So
that does sound good.
She's
That
gonna-
sounds really intriguing.
yes,
It is. I should have brought one over. I didn't even think about it.
they're going to be in town. They live in Tennessee.
Okay.
But they're coming in town next weekend, actually getting married here during the
Ooh.
solar eclipse.
Intense.
But I will be sure to bring them in to Fusion a time or two.
sure.
That's going to be right up Samantha's alley. She loves a good acai bowl.
Oh,
she
yeah.
loves matcha. So you guys can chat
part
about
of Tennessee is she
mushroom
from?
matcha at Clarksville.
Clarksville. Yeah.
Clarksville,
yeah.
Tennessee. Somehow my mother and my stepdad and my sister and her husband and my niece and nephew and now my sister-in-law and her fiance, they all live in Clarksville. So it's like our second little
There you go.
home.
I like
But
Tennessee. Tennessee is a fun state.
Oh yeah.
it is
A lot of cool places.
It is very, very, very cool. We love it there. A few more things I want to chat about. So Andrew Gifford is a business partner with you for Fusion. And speaking of solar eclipse, he's having a solar eclipse sand volleyball tournament at the Sports Zone, which he also owns. It's like Monopoly around here for Andrew, right? Like what
He's got
property?
buildings everywhere.
Yeah.
Solar eclipse.
He's winning the game right
Solar
now.
eclipse sand volleyball tournament. Is that at midnight with all the lights off?
Oh, man, that'd be intense.
Actually, not a bad idea. Glow volleyball.
Yeah.
I love
That'd be
it.
awesome.
I love it. No, it's actually on Sunday, 4/7, at 11 a.m. And it's a 4 versus 4 co-ed double elimination tournament, $20 per player. And you can find out more on the Sports Zone Facebook page. And you can Venmo the Sports Zone at the Sports Zone to pay your entry fee if you would like. Also, I want to give a little shout out to your mother and her amazing business.
Oh, she's killing it.
She is Sweeties. Sweeties in Wayne City. If you have not been there, you're missing out. I have people that tell me that they literally, like, on their way, let's see, he works in Mount Vernon, on their way home, I think, like, every
Oh,
Friday
yeah.
or something, they stop
If-
and get their ice cream.
If we have a delivery to Wayne City from the flower shop,
Yeah.
we always make sure and pack a cooler so we can get stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And funny story about Sweeties. We were over in St. Louis last weekend, and we stopped at Bobby's Frozen Custard
Yeah.
in Maryville. And they have the drumstick concretes over there.
Yeah.
So we tried one of them.
Oh.
And we love the ones they have, the drumstick mixie over there. at
Oh,
Sweeties.
yeah, it's so
We were
good.
like, we tried that. I was like, we love Sweeties better.
Really?
That's awesome.
That is good.
I mean,
See,
it's
my
great.
go-to, I
We
try to
love
push
those.
her to. She does like one or two different baked goods every day. I'm like, Mom,
Oh.
you need to keep the apple crisp just
Oh,
all the time. I'm like, that's my
yes.
favorite.
And the
so
lava
she'll always
cake.
text. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And the lemon custard.
Oh yeah, it's all so good. See, that's
I
the issue
need to
is-
take the boys over there. I haven't taken them yet,
I
but
have
they
a feeling
will
that's
love
going to
it.
be on the agenda for this evening.
I think I'm
no
agreeing.
Tina, your plans have been made. Oh,
I don't
my
think she's
gosh.
going to argue, though.
No one will argue going to Sweeties. We'll put that on our to-do list for next weekend, Samantha and Denny,
Yeah.
while you're in town as well. It is so good. Okay. I guess we'll take a break. Mark, you want to go ahead and do the
I
weather?
can do some weather. And
For the
weather's-
weekend.
Man, the weather's looking great for this weekend. I mean, we're going to see 70 today, 73 tomorrow, 76 on Easter Sunday, and they've taken the rain out of the forecast.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then we move into Monday. Tuesday, there's a chance of rain now. Back to some wind on Wednesday, and then back down around 50 or so on Wednesday. But then next weekend, for all of the eclipse activities, Friday, 67. Saturday, 73. Sunday, 71. No
Oh,
mention of
yeah.
rain.
Oh,
Oh yes.
Let's celebrate that for a minute. Just a quick moment of
We'll
silence.
do the happy dance. You got to do the happy dance.
I
You know,
am
one of
so
those.
I am so happy. I think I've said on air before, if one more person like comments like, "What if it rains? It's gonna rain. Get your
gonna be cloudy."
umbrellas. It's gonna be cloudy. How are we gonna see it? You know." Listen, we can't control
will-
Mother Nature.
hey.
Let's just put positive vibes out into the universe. And
Absolutely.
Even if it's cloudy, it's still going to get dark.
oh, right, exactly. It's still gonna happen. I mean, I don't think many of us have the fancy telescope or the fancy cameras that we're going to be able to get good photos anyways.
No.
It's going to
Hey.
be a cool experience if you let it be a cool experience.
I told you what I did last eclipse, didn't I? Took
What?
my eclipse glasses and I put them over my phone.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did actually.
Okay, a little tip from Mark. Mark Turner Technology guy.
That's right.
Yes, that is right.
MTT.
Mark Turner Technology.
Turner Technologies. That's right.
I like it.
I can engineer something for anything.
Right, right. It may not, be done the correct way or the.
It may not look right.
Right.
It may
As long
look
as it
stupid.
works.
It's called
you
jerry
know.
rigging, I think.
Yep.
Jerry rigging, yeah.
You know.
Recap of local sports for the week. We
Yeah.
had baseball and softball only on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Not to bring up a sore subject, but there might have been one less deer in the world after
Yeah.
that drive home.
Well,
Poor-
no, not might.
Yeah,
was.
there is. There is
was.
one less deer. We apologize to
Oh.
that deer's family
That was,
for the loss.
That was quite the evening. We got done. We got done. The game went quick. I'm thinking, oh, man,
We're getting home. I got my Taco Bell.
It was like, boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, R.I.P. Anthony's vehicle.
Yeah.
But luckily, and the deer.
Everybody's okay.
Luckily, everybody.
That's the bottom line.
It's
except,
okay.
Except for the deer.
Yeah. And sadly, Mules baseball and softball lost that day.
The baseball. I did the baseball game. They played well.
Yeah.
Now, the pitcher for Olney that day.
Yeah.
Okay. Was pitching in the mid 80s.
Whoo.
Okay. Chris Weiner, I was talking to Dustin King last night.
Yeah.
And he said Chris told him that may have been the hardest throwing pitcher we've seen since he got here.
Wow. Well, I believe it.
Yeah.
That's really good for
I
high
mean-
school pitching.
Oh yeah.
He's throwing he's throwing mid 80s
Wow.
fastball, hard slider. I mean,
So we should send Coach McHugh up there to do a little scouting. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, might need to.
Might not hurt. That's awesome. But it says Ian Puckett struck out 6 over 6 innings.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he had a
Yeah.
pretty good game as
Yeah,
well.
He pitched really well.
But they ended up losing 3-2 to Olney. And then softball had a hard loss as well. They lost 10-0 to the Tigers. Delaney Ellis was named the Copeland Agency Country Financial Player of the Game. But someone commented on that recap, and they said, better days are ahead, girls. And
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a really important
Well,
thing when you're
both-
having some struggles in your season. Don't get too...
Both baseball and softball team for FCHS, they play a really tough schedule.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they do.
both teams have played some really, really tough teams to start off the year.
Yeah. So, well, and then let's see, yesterday you guys went to Wayne City.
Mm-hmm.
Mark and Alec went to Wayne City. FCHS baseball won 14-3 over
betcha.
Wayne City. So, it was a 4-3 final there. And then the Mules softball team also
Yeah.
picked up a win 18-1 over
Yeah.
Wayne City. So we did not broadcast that one. We
No.
just did the baseball game because we also had a Bobcats baseball game yesterday versus Rend Lake at 3 p.m. And Bobcats baseball won again.
That's 20 wins already on the year?
20th win this season. They won against Rend Lake 2-1 and remain undefeated at home on F&B Field with
This-
13 wins.
This may be the best record for a baseball team that Frontier's ever had.
Knock on wood. It really is. They've had a great start to the season. I am so excited for them. This is the first full year that Coach McHugh has been there, been able to recruit all the way to through spring season, and
He's putting his
doing
stamp on the program.
He's doing a heck of a job, I'll tell you that. And if you guys have not been out to watch Bobcats baseball or softball, I highly encourage you
They're
check
fun to
out a
watch.
game. They're fun.
They're fun to watch.
Beautiful days like this. if you don't have anything going on at 1 or 2 in the afternoon, go check them out or turn them on YouTube on Bobcat Nation. You don't have to sit and watch You don't have to sit and watch it. You can listen. We have play-by-play.
Here's what you can do.
You can listen. It's like a radio station. Okay.
You go to Fusion.
There.
You pick yourself
There we
up.
go.
Not 1, but get 2.
Yeah.
You know, and then head out to the ball game.
Yeah. There you go. So today you can do that because we have Bobcat softball versus Lincoln Trail College, my alma mater, starting at 12 o'clock. Double D and Tammy are on the call. Tammy is new to our Bobcat and
Doing a
Mule
great job.
Nation
Doing a great- what I've
crew.
heard.
Yes, she is doing a really great job. She has a lot of softball background. She's been an umpire for softball. Tammy Revel Anderson is her name, but she's doing a wonderful job. And we're thankful to have her. Coming up next Tuesday, 4-2, we have Bobcats baseball versus Wabash Valley. And then we will also be covering the FCHS softball game at El Dorado at 4:30. On Wednesday, 4-3, we have FCHS baseball and softball at versus Sisney at home at 4:30. And Thursday, 4-4, FCHS baseball and softball versus El Dorado. El Dorado.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have to sing it every time.
have to.
I have to. It's just part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I don't know how many people do call it El Dorado though.
El Dorado.
And if you look it up and you go to Google and you go, hey, give me directions to
Yeah.
directions to El
El
Dorado.
Every time.
Yep.
Oh,
Or
goodness.
if like Ken Odie calls me,
Yeah.
and the phone it'll come up Ken Ote.
Oh, dang. I like that. I might start pronouncing his name like that. Oh, that's great. Gonna go through some events real fast. I don't have a slide for this, but the Easter egg hunt at Leo French Park will be tomorrow at 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Okay.
And don't be late, y'all. Like I say 1 p.m.,
they
blow the horn at 1 p.m., and if you are there at 1:02,
it's done.
you've missed it.
Yeah.
They have 10,000 eggs for multiple age groups from I don't know. Landon's baby's going to be too young to do
Yeah.
it, but 1-year-old. Yeah, there you go. Somehow she got all these eggs.
Last
She win the big
year,
prize.
last year, even one of the geese out there
Oh,
got an egg.
that's
Because we put them
hilarious.
out, we hit them.
Yeah.
And then we left for
right?
come back, and you can see eggs that have been popped
That's
open.
hilarious. Well, they wanted to know what was inside. Easter egg hunt, 1 p.m. Don't be late. It will last literally 2 minutes. It goes so fast. And
it's that.
And that's not like a dig at them not putting
No.
enough eggs out. They
No.
put 10,000 eggs out.
Yeah,
But I mean,
kids
these
go
kids,
crazy for
oh my
Easter eggs.
gosh, it is amazing how fast they can gather up 10,000 eggs.
You almost wish you can put them out in 2 minutes.
I know,
I
yeah,
know.
exactly. All the time and effort that goes into something like this, hiding the eggs. First of all, buying the stuff, stuffing
them.
the eggs, and then Libby, and Pia do so much marketing for it, and they're getting prizes together from businesses, and they're making the map. There's a map you can get on Fairfield, Illinois Chamber of Commerce to see where the different age groups are going to be. I mean, so much goes into it, and I'm sure for them, like see the craziness and how fast it's over, and they're like, "What just happened?"
I did all that
for 2
2
minutes.
minutes.
But we are so thankful that you do it. Our kids absolutely love going every year.
Easter, you have the fastest 2 minutes at Easter.
Yeah.
May, you have the fastest 3 minutes in horse racing.
Yeah, for real. Oh my gosh. Also tomorrow, Fairfield Summer baseball signups are set again from 9 till noon. If you have a 4-year-old to 15-year-old boy, you can sign them up at Leo French Park at the maintenance building. Then I'm going to talk about Michelle Nichols, Director of Public Observing from Alder Adler Planetarium. She will be in Fairfield April 1st at 6 p.m. at the First Christian Church. Everyone plan to attend that. She's going to have moon rocks.
Really?
I was really hoping they'd be like, you get to take one home if you attend, but apparently
A little sample.
we just get a look at them. But no, I think it'll be really cool to see some moon rocks. She is a fountain of knowledge, obviously, working at Adler Planetarium as a director. So go plan on going to that. There is an event on Facebook on Solar Eclipse Fairfield, Illinois. if you want to find out more information. There is going to be a craft and vendor fair coming up next week, starting on Friday at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. Times are listed there, but plan on going and checking that out. We have a lot of local vendors that are going to be set up, and come early to the Little Texas concert on Friday night, and get have some time to shop there at the Floral Hall. But Little Texas will be at the Wayne County Fairgrounds on Friday, April 5th. Bo Tatum, the Dirt Devils are opening. They're going to open the grandstands at 5 p.m. so you can come early.
Claim your seat.
Claim your seat.
Put
park
your
your
blanket
car.
down.
Yes. Park your car. Get you some food from the food vendors.
Yeah.
The beer tent's going to start about 5 p.m. as well.
Okay.
And like I said, craft fair is going to be open. So check that out. Tickets are on sale now, SolarEclipseFairfield2024.com or at local businesses. Then on Saturday, we're going to have the Downtown Extravaganza starting at 11 a.m.
It's not just an extravaganza. It's a extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
That's right. It definitely
I
will
like
be.
that. I like that. So it's going to be at the City of Fairfield parking lot on Delaware, right past the post office. And that's 11 to 5. And then head on over to Fusion Coffee for Connor Atterbury from 5 to 7. That will be a great time. And after Connor, go listen to the free concert at the Elks. Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils will be performing with special guest Lucas Reaver.
No pun intended, because we're so close to Easter, but it's going to be hopping in town that day.
I love a good dad joke, a good pun. They're my favorite. And Sunday, the fun doesn't stop. We got Sunday Fun Day at Leo Fringe Park, April 7th, 11 a.m. There's going to be inflatables and food, and I think Trosno's going to be there. And then that evening, or 5 o'clock, we're going to have the duck races. Buck for a duck. You can buy those at Carnaby or the Chamber, or you can buy them that day, but that's going to be at 5 o'clock. And then there's going to be the movie Wonka shown at 7:45. And that's all before the eclipse even happens on Monday. Man. So... all right. Be sure to like Solar Eclipse Fairfield on Facebook to see all the exciting events coming up April 5th through 8th. It's going to be a full weekend of fun, and we hope that you can come. Question of the day. What is your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, man. That's
Drinking coffee with Grandma.
Honestly, there's a good chance.
That is a great memory.
Honestly, probably that. I mean, there's a lot of times we would just sit at the kitchen table.
Yeah.
She would brew up a pot of coffee. I would grab my cup. We would sit there, drink our coffee, and we would either play Scrabble, Rummy.
Wow, that's really
fun.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great.
Grandparents
are
the
best.
The best.
Now, see,
Truly.
mine centers around my grandpa, too. My grandpa, not my grandma. But he
Hated
had
that
a,
girl, no.
He had a fridge out in his shop. Okay? He had, remember, you guys probably don't remember, 16-ounce glass bottles of Coke. He had that fridge completely full. And we'd just sit out there and listen to Cardinal games on his little radio.
Aww.
And drink Coke.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Yeah.
it's like the simplest of times,
Yeah.
and that should teach us as parents, too, that, you don't have to spend all the money, do all the big, extravagant things. Just be there with them. And,
Yep.
So
and also we're never going to be as good as grandparents, so we just need to accept that as well.
I will say I did have a second one. I mean,
okay.
It's not a super simple.
Yeah.
But back when Black Friday was on Friday morning,
Oh, yeah.
me and Mom would get up at 3 a.m., go to the gas station, get the cheapest cup of coffee we could, and off we went. We would go sit and wait for him to open, chug our coffee down. And
I love
it was
that.
awesome.
And
it
that
was
is
awesome.
still simple, regardless of how much money you spent, what good deals you got.
It's people watching.
That's basically what we did.
Yeah.
We might get a new
People watching.
pillow or something super cheap just because.
Yeah.
But it's the experience of
Oh,
hanging
yeah, it was
out
awesome.
together and looking forward to that every
It was
year.
awesome.
And,
I love that.
And the competition. Because you got to race to the places, you know.
The first Black Friday big ordeal I remember was the Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're too young for that, but
I remember it, but I didn't go to Black Friday for
no, yeah, I didn't either. But I mean, people were punching people for this Tickle Me Elmo. Really?
And they had the Furbies before
yeah,
that.
Furbies. Yeah. Tamagotchi pets. You remember those?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure your daughter had some
yeah.
Tamagotchis.
That I had to take care of.
Yes, of course. You got to make sure they're fed during the day while she's at school.
Yeah.
Who else is going to feed it?
That's
Come
true.
on, Mark.
I know.
Mine died. Mine always died, just like my plants.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, you really need watered every day? Like, calm down.
There are some that do not need
I know.
water. I have learned that. And
That's
I have
the
learned to
one-
purchase those kind of plants.
I was going to say, that's the
Yes.
one that you had my mom get me for my grand opening here, or my,
One of
you're
those
like,
types
this
that-
one's not going to die if she forgets to
Yeah.
water it for a week.
Yep. If the leaves kind of start turning down,
Yeah, give
kind
her
of
a
droop a
little
little
bit.
bit, give it a little while. It'll perk back up.
Those are the ones I need. So mine, I said, hard to pick just one. But as a kid, we lived like a block away from the pool in Robinson. And they have a great park up there. Yeah. Not that ours isn't, but we would go as soon, we had to call time and temp, first of all, make sure it was 80 degrees, because that was my dad's rule. If it was 80 degrees, you'd go to the pool. Make sure it's 80 degrees, get on our bikes, ride them to the pool, literally hang out there all stinking day long, eat our lunch from the concession stand, play putt-putt golf, go swimming. Like, we just lived the life, And then you rode your bike back home when the pool closed or before dark.
Before the street lights
Before the street lights came on. But also my second was just weekends with my grandma. So we did live in Robinson when I was in K through 8th grade, and Fairfield, was my home base. So we'd come spend the weekend with grandma, me and my sister and my cousin Bethany, the 3 girls in the family for a long time. Would make pallets on the floor and sleep and, learn how to bake. And, like, she would make us oatmeal cookies and homemade bread all the home-cooked, fattening, delicious food. But those are definitely my favorite memories, just hanging out, and probably getting in trouble. But, but, like, it was good times. I miss her. Sarah Wise says anything with my grandma.
Yeah.
Grandmas are special, man.
Grandmas are special.
Brittany Pope said it's hard to narrow it down. We had family vacations to Holiday World, which we also had. That was our family
Holiday World's
vacation.
great.
It's amazing. And we'd like stay in a hotel, like in Evansville or whatever. We thought we were it.
Living
We always, growing up, we always went to, we were close to Holiday World, or Santa Claus Land at the time.
Santa Claus,
But we'd always go to Kings Island in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. That's where we're going this year for family vacation.
Oh, man.
We're pumped.
That is so fun. Okay, real quick, before we get off the air, I have 2 tickets to give away to Little Texas on Friday night. So if you are watching, I'm going to we need to ask a question for the first person to answer it in the live chat. Can we come up with anything?
Well,
what I have is 2 general admission tickets. If we get 2 answers, you both get 1 ticket. If we get one answer, I know, right? Get your tickets.
Okay, I have a coffee-related question for you. How about that?
Let's go.
All right. Okay. Here's a question for you about a movie. Okay.
Ooh.
Coffee Black was a character in this Will Ferrell movie
Okay.
about basketball.
Coffee Black was the name of the character.
Uh-huh. What was the movie?
All right, someone tell us in the live chat before.
See, funny enough, I
Landon.
had this guy's jersey back in high school.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
He wore number 7, I think, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. I bought one of like the super cheap ones. It definitely wasn't original, but I had a coffee black jersey. It was
That's
awesome.
awesome. I love it. Well, while we're waiting on an answer to pop up in the live chat on that, you want to go ahead and ask a few more trivia questions, and Lane and I can test our knowledge
Okay,
here.
all right. Some of them are multiple
Semi-pro.
choice. Yep, semi-pro.
that's
All
it.
right,
There you
Denny,
go.
congratulations. Denny,
Yep.
you have won
job,
yourself a
Denny.
free ticket to Little Texas on Friday night.
All right, here we go.
Is this a speed round now?
Yep, speed round. This Tom Hanks movie had a character named John Coffee.
Green Mile.
Green Mile. There you go. All right.
I'm not going to get a
or
word
John
in.
Coffey.
Oh, you will get some of this.
John Coffey, though, he was
Yeah.
the best character
It
in the
was,
movie.
Yeah.
It's one of my
was
favorite movies.
Like the drink, only spelled differently.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. This place was where all the friends hung out.
Central Perk.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're quicker than me.
In
You're younger.
Elf. In the movie Elf.
World's best cup of coffee.
Congratulations!
World's best cup of coffee. You did
That's
it.
right.
You did it!
Buddy takes Jolie to a place that
freaking love that.
advertises this. All right.
Brilliant.
You may not get this one.
Oh, man. Now he's putting the pressure on.
I'm testing you
Pressure's
here.
on.
Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee was a talk show hosted by what comedian?
Jerry
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
No, you did get it, both of
Yay!
you.
That was actually a great show. I
Yes, it
enjoyed it.
was.
Mine was a 50-50 guess. I wasn't
Yeah.
100% confident on that.
Yeah.
one.
All right, here we go. 40% of the world's coffee comes from what country?
Ooh.
Colombia?
Brazil.
I was about to say Brazil.
Is
Right.
Colombia a
Colombia,
country?
no, Colombia is a very great one. Brazil, usually,
Like Folgers and stuff.
yeah, they do a lot of like the lower
the-
quality ones.
Okay.
They have a
main-
lot lower,
the
like,
brands.
yep.
Shout out Folgers if you want to sponsor RJ
right.
on the air. Since
Come
we
on,
called you
Folgers.
lower quality.
Here we go. I'm gonna
Not to shout out, not to diss
No,
Brazil.
no.
Brazil makes some great coffee too.
Have you ever had Kopi Luwak
Is that-
coffee?
Yes, that's
That's
the
poop,
yep,
right?
that's the monkey poop coffee.
Yep.
Yep. Super expensive, too.
Sumatran Wildcat. poop.
Super
See,
expensive.
I can just picture the meeting. You know, we got to come up with a new product.
Right.
I got it. Now I'm just spitballing here. Now
Some
bear with me.
caca.
Now there's this wildcat in Sumatra. Now he goes and he eats these coffee beans, okay, and then he poops, and then we'll take them. We'll go pick them beans out of that poop, and we'll throw it in the roaster.
There's just no way it's good.
And somebody
I've never
sitting at
tried
the
it.
end of the table is going, "Brilliant! Let's do it." You know? who comes up with these ideas?
Oh man.
Anyway, that's about what I have. So
Finish it off with the monkey poop coffee.
Yeah,
That's the way
that's
to end
great.
it.
That's a great way to
Oh
finish it.
man.
have you tried it?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I don't know. I
It's
can't
like
bring myself to do
$600
it.
a pound.
It's stupid expensive. I mean, I've tried some expensive coffees, just not that.
just
Yeah.
can't.
Don't get me wrong.
You get that cup to your mouth and you go, "This is monkey poop."
Ugh.
I don't think that.
Like, I guess they at least like clean it,
Thank
but still, it's just
you.
like, you know where it's been.
I don't.
No thanks.
How do you clean poop? I don't get it. I don't get it.
and who has the job
Of cleaning
picking the
poop?
picking the beans out of the poop?
I don't know. That should be on that world's worst jobs, or with.
That's what I'll bring next time I'm on the show. I'll buy some and bring a cup for you guys to try.
Yeah, we won't try it.
You could just like
I
fake
won't
us.
tell you.
Because we know where it's been.
Or I was gonna say just fake us out and
Like, oh, try this super new coffee we
you're
just
gonna
got.
love
You're gonna
it.
love it.
Yeah, we're gonna be very suspicious from
Yeah.
now on every time we go
Uh-huh.
in.
Oh, dang it.
Oh my gosh. I forgot to mention this. I want to give it a shout out real fast. Skillet Fork Ruritan is having their Easter breakfast tomorrow at Shreve's Pumpkin Patch, 8 to 11. They're going to have sausage, scrambled eggs, hash browns, biscuits and gravy, coffee, milk, and juice by
the good stuff.
donation.
All the good stuff.
They're going to have a bake sale there as well. You can get your picture with the Easter Bunny from 9 to 11. Raffles will be held for 2 kids' Easter baskets and 1 adult basket. Love it. Come eat and fellowship with family and friends. All proceeds will benefit those in need. So shout out to them. I hope you guys can go and attend it. That's all the time we have for today.
super fun.
Landon,
Hour
thanks for joining
flies
us,
by.
man.
Thanks for having
doesn't
me,
it?
guys. It was great.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and we sure appreciate you being on here. Don't forget to go to Fusion Coffee next weekend and check out those
why wait?
new. Oh
Why
yeah,
wait
go
and
every
wait
day.
till next week and just
If
go
you're
now.
like me, Landon at one point told me if I didn't come in at least once a week, he was gonna put out like a
APB?
Yes, like
you
make
okay?
sure. Yeah, is Claire alive? Has anyone seen her
Can we do
recently?
it? This guy
Claire's gonna have her picture on the side of that carton of strawberry milk.
Yeah, fine. Has anyone seen Claire? Has anyone seen Claire? She hasn't been in Fusion all week. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Go in and see Fusion today, tomorrow, all next week, and on Sunday next week. Go see Connor Atterbury, Saturday 5 to 7. And then don't forget to join us on Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. for It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield with our special guest, Stephen Potts from Potts Family Pharmacy. That's really all I have for today. I hope everyone enjoys this beautiful day in Fairfield and beautiful weekend. So have a beautiful day, everyone.
Happy Easter too, by the way.
Happy Easter and happy Good Friday. Go eat that fish at the Green Pig.